Choosing the right products can be really confusing because there's so many on the market and they all have different claims. Today's video, we want to take it right back to basics. I want to give you some insights from my daily practice on how to start with an effective skincare routine that's good for you. Our skin is the largest organ that we have, and it is essential in maintaining our general health. Now, as a consultant dermatologist, I know a lot of people choose their products based on maybe what their friend is using or what a family member may recommend. But what is a good skincare product for your friend may not be the right thing for you. Choosing the right products can be really confusing because there's so many on the market and they all have different claims, and you are almost expected to be a little bit of a mini chemist trying to figure your way out. So I've got some basic tips and recommendations of how you can start with a very basic skincare routine. The first steps in every skincare journey and in establishing a good skincare routine is to actually understand what skin type you are. So the first skin type is oily skin. Okay, and oily skin essentially means that you're producing lots of natural oils. So you may have a slightly more oily complexion, slightly more shiny than others. And you may be prone to blemishes or even breakouts. People with oily skin tend to find that their pores are slightly more visible than other skin types. So the next skin type is dry skin type. So if you have dry skin, your skin can feel quite tight. And it can even feel itchy sometimes, particularly when the weather tends to be colder. Some people even may find a little bit of peeling, so just slight peeling of the skin. Your skin can be sometimes a bit more sensitive as well, particularly when it's cold outside, and it can even sometimes crack. People with dry skin tend to have more visible lines on their skin and can even sometimes have a slightly rougher complexion. Pores will definitely appear much smaller on dry skin than in other skin types. Next is combination skin, and this is by far the most common type. So combination is exactly what it says. You have a combination of dry and also oily skin. The T-zone tends to be much oilier, so your forehead, nose and chin area, and your cheeks and sort of lateral aspects of your forehead tend to be a little bit more dry. Your pores may be a little bit more visible, particularly over the oilier zones, and the skin around your cheeks can be prone to tightness and dryness. The last skin type is normal skin, and essentially normal skin is not too oily, not too dry, just right. Most people do not tend to have sensitivity with normal skin, although some people can have normal skin and sensitivity as well, which can be a bit confusing. But normal skin usually feels quite comfortable, and your pores shouldn't be excessively visible. So once you know your skin type, you can choose skin type specific products to build your basic routine. The most important first step in any skincare routine is to cleanse. Cleansing removes any dirt, it removes cosmetic products and also dead skin cells and just really the environment around you that builds up on your skin throughout the day. There is a lot of talk and disagreement sometimes as well about how to cleanse your skin. Whether, for example, you should be cleansing your skin once or whether you should be cleansing it twice, or otherwise known as double cleansing. Now, of course, there aren't any studies done on this, okay? So this is not evidence-based, but very much based on just experience and clinical practice. Now, I generally say to anyone that cleansing your face once in the morning is absolutely enough. However, in the evening, so if you're wearing any makeup particularly, but also sunscreen, you should be wearing during the day, taking that off first with a first cleanse and then using a second deeper cleanse is advisable. In general, you want to cleanse your skin in such a way that your skin doesn't feel dry or tight after that cleansing step, so that you're not damaging the skin. Try and choose something that is skin type specific. And sometimes if it's a little bit more advanced, you can also use a cleanser that's skin concern specific. As a general rule, if you've got dry skin or you've got skin conditions that are drying, choose a cleanser that is a cream cleanser or a balm cleanser, for example. They're quite hydrating and not too stripping. And if you have oily skin and even some combination skin, you can choose a cleanser that is a cream to foam cleanser, for example, or even a gel cleanser if you have very oily skin. And sometimes you can even use a cleanser that has a little bit of an active ingredient in it, for example, AHAs or BHAs. Avoid using any extra devices, so brushes, any electronic cleansing devices or scrubs. In general, just leave your skin dry and irritated and cause too much damage. Now, a cleansing cloth, so soft cotton cloths are really good and fine to use, but I would definitely advise use a clean one every time you're cleansing. The most important next step, apart from cleansing, of course, is your sunscreen. Every dermatologist is going to tell you that. So regardless of your skin type, your skin concern, or your skin tone, everyone should be using a sunscreen on a daily basis. Our skin is exposed to damaging UV rays every day, whether you're outdoors or indoors. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun, so UVA and UVB rays, basically trigger damaging chemicals that react with your DNA and can lead to skin cancer, of course, but also lead to inflammation, increased pigmentation of your skin, and even faster skin aging. So apply your sunscreen daily. Apply it as the last step in your skincare routine before your makeup in the morning. And choose a sunscreen that is broad spectrum. So it covers UVA, it covers UVB, and it should ideally be with an SPF of at least 30. So after cleansing and your sunscreen, the next important step in a basic skincare routine is hydration. Moisturizing is a part of your skincare routine because it hydrates your skin, but it also repairs your skin. Our skin is a barrier, and we lose water through our skin constantly, something called transepidermal water loss. Now this barrier is attacked by the environment on a daily basis. So simple things like cleansing, for example, can damage our barrier. UV light from the sun can damage our barrier, or just simple temperature changes, so slightly colder weather will have an influence. So this means that our barrier is constantly exposed and compromised. The more damaged your barrier is, the more water you lose through it, and the more drier your skin will feel. And this will then lead to inflammation, redness of the skin, and also irritation. So that's where you're using your moisturizer to repair that barrier and also to trap water within the skin so that you're hydrating the skin again and repairing it. Most of the moisturizers on the market will be skin type specific based on what base they are in. So slightly lighter base, something that feels more gel-like in texture, for example, is better for oilier skin, and something slightly more richer, cream-based, in general, is better for drier skin. But to be honest with you, the best moisturizers are the one that you like using. So try a few different ones and settle on the one that you like most, and that's hydrates your skin best.